What is going on? All right, let's go ahead and get this rocking and rolling here. So, Rams are playing a game today, and it's going to go great. And that's it. That's all of the information. A lot of crazy stuff going on actually right now. The Rams continue to have different injuries, and almost at this point, almost phantom injuries. It feels like I don't know when Allen Robinson hurt his foot. It makes no sense to me actually. I'm very confused at a lot of things that are going on, but you know what? We're here for it, and whatever this Rams team is got going on, we're participating, we're following along. So. There's a lot of weird stuff going on too with OBJ. There's a lot of stuff that came out. So I saw his tweets. I had no idea what that meant. Obviously, it was super coded as far as what he was actually discussing and stuff like that. And then we just heard not long ago at all that he got kicked off an airplane. So this airplane was going from Miami to Los Angeles. I don't think that means anything, but yeah, kind of an interesting little story that has been unfolding with OBJ, Bro OBJ. What's going on, Edwin? Sorry, everything going. Boom. All right. Sorry, just sending off some text. Yeah, so of course we are going to do our normal score prediction deal. So if you can correctly predict the score of today's game, then you can get yourself a free Ram Showcase t-shirt. We have been doing that all season long, so that is of course going to continue. And yeah, I've only had one winner so far. Jay, he scored himself a Ram Showcase t-shirt. I haven't heard from Jay if he's gotten it yet. I know it was sent out. That's the information that I have. So we'll be leaving here soon. I think everybody's mad that I'm not going over to my friend's house. I'm going to the bar. That's fine. I got other stuff that I'm doing after the game, so I want to be more in that area. Yeah. So if you got any questions about anything, obviously this is a good spot to drop them, and then we'll be headed out. The bar that I watch at is a very Chiefs heavy bar, so that should make for an interesting situation, I guess. But for the most part, they're good dudes down there. Not everybody who there's a few sore losers down there, but of course, with this game situation that we're dealing with today, who knows what that is going to mean for anything, really. So, obviously, we coming into this game, we kind of felt earlier on that this would be a much different situation, a lot doper situation as far as record-wise, anything like that. And then also, you got just like I said, these injuries, and I feel like I fully feel like this season was completely derailed simply by injuries. I feel like that's really the case. When your offensive line gets this beat up, it's impossible to do anything. And when you don't realize how important a good offensive line is until you have a bad one, and then you know exactly how important it is. So this team, obviously, with I don't even know who's playing offensive line today. I genuinely have no idea who's going to be starting. The way that everything's gone, even Matt Skura ended up on the injury report. Let's go ahead and get over to the injury report here so I can see exactly what we're dealing with here. I don't even know who, well, we don't have inactives yet. We should get that in about 10 minutes or so. We'll have a full list of inactives. So maybe I'll hang out for a minute and get that list ready. But let's see here. Let's get the most recent. Yeah, so Brian Allen is out again. He didn't practice at all this week. Tyler Higbee is listed as questionable with a knee injury. So I would guess that he's going to play. I think that he would power through some stuff, especially losing guys like Allen Robinson. Traven Howard's out again. Tyan Secchi. Tyan Secchi is questionable. He didn't practice at all this week, though. Allen Robinson, we know now that he's not going to play. A'Shawn Robinson got added to IR, so we lost him. Matt Skura is questionable as well, interior offensive lineman. Matthew Stafford, of course, not participating today. And John Wolford is on the Rams official website here. He is listed as a full participant in practice Thursday and Friday, but his injury is being classified as unspecified. So we heard that it was a neck injury, but now we're also hearing that from Matthew Stafford. There's a bunch of stuff with Matthew Stafford right now as well about that he may not return this season. So kind of a crazy little deal that we've been having to power through with these injuries, unfortunately. But what can you do? It's a pretty aggressive sport. So I mean, people get hurt. I think our luck just kind of ran out in that regard. We've been very lucky with injuries these last few years, even with getting away with not having a lot of guys down. So it unfortunately has caught back up to us, and no longer dealing with that same good luck that we've had with injuries. But what can you do? It's unfortunate, but I feel like, I mean, I'm willing to bet that this team is going to be like way better next season. Like just having your starters out on the field is such a like you build your team for your starters. Like you don't build a whole, like, I don't know. You expect your starters to be playing is what I'm trying to say here. Edwin says, I never realized how blessed we've been this past year with injuries. Yeah, dude, that is a real thing. And especially now that we have like hard evidence of, like, you see a couple guys go down right away in week 1, Brian Allen goes down and in the line, he immediately gets a big shift and is just kind of underperforming. Then you even have even the starters, David Edwards not playing well. Joe Noteboom surprisingly was not playing well at all either. I thought he was going to be a little bit better than he was, and then he gets hurt anyway. David Edwards gets hurt. Rob Havenstein's the only guy that has been at right tackle at his position every single week and just locking it down. Silly Fun Guy, best name on YouTube, says, are you happy with Bryce, or do you wish the Wolf was ready to go? I'm personally excited to see Bryce get a chance. I don't mind the Wolf at all. I think that he's a solid player, but also I would say that, like, I had this discussion in like a private setting, not that like earlier this week or whatever, but it was talking about how I think John Wolford is mentally, I think he's a better quarterback than he is physically. Like if his physical talents could match up with his mental talents, I think he could be a really good quarterback. But I think that he is somebody really just said, don't overlook the Chiefs. Why do I do these streams? Oh, that's such a funny comment. I'm sorry, JP, and I'm not trying to talk trash or anything like that, but it literally starts with "Don't overlook the Chiefs, bro." Like, what have I said? Okay, anyway, I completely lost my train of thought there. But the Wolf, either way, I think that I like him as a QB too. I like him being on the sideline, but physical wise, I really like Perkins. I'm really excited to see what he does out here. So. It should be fun. Oh, yeah, it's a fun guy. Great point, dude. Great point. Logan Bruss goes out before any of this, So, yeah, it was we started behind the 8 ball a little bit, unfortunately, there. And, yeah, and Edwin has it right here. We're giving him a chance to see what he can do. And then there's already, with the rumors of somebody like Stafford potentially retiring after this year, then who knows? Maybe this is the first test to see if Perkins can potentially be that guy. At least maybe be that guy for a couple of years. But ultimately, if like I said it on Ram Showcase this week, if depending on the route that the Rams were to take, if Stafford were to retire after this year, I think that would tell us a lot about McVay and his. Sorry, I'm really not trying to be a jerk here, JP, but that comment is so funny to me. Don't overlook the Chiefs. Like, we are 16.5 point underdogs. I have said nothing about like we're gonna win this game. Like, I don't get it, man. I don't get the comment. Maybe I'm misunderstanding something. Maybe I said something that was misunderstood. Maybe I'm not paying close enough attention to what I'm saying, but telling me to not overlook the Chiefs is the funniest thing that's happened to me today. It's still early. What did I say? I'm so confused. You say that every week, though. Every single week you come in and be like, don't overlook this team. Don't overlook this team. It's like, well, we lost 4 straight. I'm not really overlooking anybody. But also, I have zero impact on the outcome of the games. So if I only want to talk about the Seahawks next week, then, I mean, I can do that. That's not going to change today's game. So I kind of just want to wait for inactives, and then I'll bounce out of here. And head over to this bar, which is a known Chiefs bar out here in Colorado Springs. So should get a little dicey. Should be fun. I think I'm the only one going. Everybody else is kind of got some stuff going on, and gonna watch elsewhere, I guess. So let's see here. No one is going anywhere. This team and franchise will be back at a brutal pace next year. You know what, Mike? I tend to agree. That comment came in through Facebook. Yeah, I tend to agree, man. I think that ultimately injuries have completely derailed this season. And Sean McVay, we've already seen Sean McVay do this before. And everybody wants to trash McVay right away, which, I mean, I get it. I get that, like, when you fall down like we have, that you want to find something to attack. And I'm here to tell you, you don't have to do that. You don't have to just attack somebody. It doesn't have to be somebody's fault. Maybe we just kind of got a little bit unlucky this year with injuries and everything. We've kind of just fallen into a weird situation this season. Even like when we force a fumble, it still falls like right back into their laps and stuff. It just isn't our year, and that's okay. So I really do think that next year we're going to be back as long as we can stay even moderately healthy. Like, this is a much better team than we're playing like right now. JP, dude, did I say something? I'm genuinely curious, man, because your comment has gotten into my head, man. It's living in here right now. What the heck, man? Well, why did you feel the need to tell me that? Like, why did you feel the need to tell me not to overlook the Chiefs? What have I done to make you think that I'm being like, this is Chiefs cakewalk? Ooh, this is nothing. Like, Mahomes, never heard of her. Like, what? I don't get it. What's up, AJ? What's going on, man? Payo time coming in. AJ says, how would you feel if Stafford retires? What's the likelihood? How would I feel? I would feel like we got a Super Bowl out of getting a trade for a quarterback, and he was the perfect quarterback for the 2021 LA Rams. So ultimately, I would root for him, man. Okay, JP. I'm sorry if I'm being a jerk. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I'm not trying to be at all. That comment really like threw me off. I was very confused by you telling me not to overlook the Chiefs. Like, I'm not sure, man. So thanks for being here, though, man. Appreciate you. But if he were to retire, man, it would be one of those things of like, hey, man, thanks for the sweet memes and upward and onward, man. But as far as like the Rams' perspective, it'd be like, all right, well, what do we do now? We don't have any draft picks, so it's hard to draft a quarterback in our situation. It's also hard to trade for a quarterback in our situation, considering the fact that we'd want to try to probably package in first round picks for a trade. So, going to Kelly, dude. JP, maybe now, dude. I will be there, and I'll be like one of only Rams fans. Like, I think everybody else is failing. So you need a trip to SoFi. I took 2 last year, man. Mike says I need a trip to SoFi. I tend to agree with that. I do need a trip to SoFi. I do. But yeah, I took 2 last year. It's a little up in there if I get another one this year. I kind of am doubting it, but if it happens, it will actually be a Rams road game. So I don't know. We'll see what happens there. The last start for quarterback Bryce Perkins came the 2019 Orange Bowl. That's cool. But yeah, it's what was I answering? Oh yeah, trip to SoFi. If I do go, it's kind of looks like it would be a last minute throw together of me and my dad heading out. He's a Chargers fan, so it looks like it would be a last minute throw together of just kind of flying out morning of for the game, because I have to work New Year's Eve until midnight. So, and then let's see here. Oh yeah, Rams also. I mean that is a thing, but also the first place schedule that we had this year is not as hard as it was supposed to be. The Bucks were not as good as they were supposed to be. The Packers were not as good as they were supposed to be. So Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. We gotta just wait for the schedule. Right now, who I don't even know what the rotation looks like. Who do we got next year in the NFC? What division? Trying to think who we do. I'm not gonna be able to figure this out right now. That'd be terrible content. Me just silently being like, let's see here. Yeah, dude, not bad at all. But dude, come and hang out, man. Let's drink a beer in close proximity at Kelly's around a bunch of Chiefs fans, dude. Ooh, got a question here. Why do you think the Rams released Henderson? I'm going to go ahead and guess that with the way that Akers and Kyron played last week, that it was probably one of those things of like he wasn't getting much time out there, any carries. So I would imagine that has a lot to do with it. And oh, we got negatives. You know what? Just let him go play somewhere else, I guess. I don't even know if he's playing today with the Jags. But I don't know. I wish I actually had an answer to that. Why do I think we released Henderson? I really don't know, because in my very humble opinion, which I mean means so little ultimately, but he was our most talented running back at the time. Who knows what Kyron Williams will eventually develop into? We do have Ronnie Rivers, so I was definitely surprised by it. But then I see, his tweet. It sounds like it was something that he wanted. So best of luck to him in Jacksonville and all that. I see a lot of people too that are like I'll always root for Hendo. Like, I don't know, he didn't really have that big of an impact on me. Like, he's a good dude. So like, I don't hate Henderson, but it's like we release him and it's like, all right. See ya. Like, good luck out there, man. Anyway, who do we have now? Like, because I'm very like Rams focused. It's like, okay, we released this player. Yeah, I liked him, and I didn't want to release him, and I wish he would have stayed. But anyway, it's like, okay, well, that's over. Me hoping that he stayed doesn't change anything. It doesn't mean anything. So then instead, he's going to change focus, and it's like, all right, well, Cam Akers now. Let's go Cam, dog. It's kind of the way that I kind of see it. But yeah, I didn't love it. But it's all good. Full list of Rams inactives here, so let's take a peek. We've got Allen Robinson, so that very much limits our wide receiver firepower. It looks like Van Jefferson probably be number one, and then past that, I'm guessing Skoranek. We'll probably see a decent chunk of Tutu. Kutch probably get out there as well, so that will be kind of cool to see. Jacob Harris potentially as well, getting some action. Matthew Stafford, of course, inactive. Trayvon Howard, Brian Allen with a thumb and a knee. He is out AF, dang. And then Ty and Seki. So, of course, this is our 11th game. We will see our 11th different starting offensive line. So that's cool. But the name that I did not mention on this list is the Wolf Au. So it sounds like the Wolf Au will be our QB2 in this game. So what was it? Cookus looks like he was not brought up to the active roster. This is what we expected with Cookus not being pulled up and still sitting on the practice squad. So, and then of course we'll have to see what happens with Stafford, and if he returns at all this year. So we'll get switched over to this puppy over here, and let's see. There we go. I pulled it up and then put it down. All right. We are nailing this. All right. We'll go and leave here. Leave. All right. What will be the biggest reason the Rams beat the Chiefs today? I love the wording of that question, Edwin. The biggest reason the Rams win this game today is going to be the superstars on defense stepping up big time. We have not had a game yet where the defensive superstars really just took the game over. You know what I mean? We've had one turnover. Jeez, this hair is getting. Oof. I have bad friends. They let me look like this. So. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, the defensive superstars. Jeez, my brain is – it was a long week, guys. like we haven't seen a game yet where like Aaron Donald just took it over, or Jalen Ramsey just shut somebody out, or even Bobby Wagner. Like Bobby Wagner, his impact is there and he's playing fine and stuff, but he hasn't had like a day where you're just like, holy crap, this is why we brought in B-Wags, you know? So hopefully we see something like that. Just a defensive takeover by this Rams team. Obviously, they've got some very, very good players on that side, so it'll be tough either way, but you got to do what you got to do, you know what I mean? And yeah, they're just football players, and we have those on our side. We have football players, so nothing's impossible. I would love that everybody counted out the Rams so fast. The Rams fans specifically, everybody else, I mean, whatever. But I've never just entered a game being like, well, who's going to lose? I don't know, I just don't get that, I guess. I mean, I get the thought of like we're a banged up team that's not super sick right now, and we're playing against a team that could be a Super Bowl winner. But that just, I don't know. I just don't keep it in my mind like immediately like, well, we got a loss, you know, so I just don't understand that. But hey, I'm not here to tell you how to be a fan. That's all. The Chiefs are, I mean, they're good. So I would venture to go with probably not, but that doesn't guarantee anything. Nothing is guaranteed in this league. We lost to the Jets just like 2 years ago. No one expected that. The Jets were terrible. We were so good. It can always happen. It can always happen. Let's get back to the questions here, so not kill ourselves. So you think Perkins is going to go off? Nice. I like that. All right. We haven't seen McVay with a mobile quarterback. Yeah, I mean, the Wolf is decently mobile, but I think Perkins just has the whole energy of everything changes with Perkins. Like, I don't know if anybody else felt that. I'm a big feeling guy of how does the game feel. Like, there's times, like, against the Saints, like, at no point did I feel like the Rams were going to win that game. It was only a 7-point game, but at no point did it really feel like it was going to come together. In this game here, or like, excuse me, when Perkins came in, though, it felt better. Like, it just felt, it was like, okay, it's like, we've got something moving here. Like, Perkins he was getting it done. Just a different energy to it. And I pointed to it on the show, but I'll point to it again. It was a first down play, and it was a situation, the way that the play just totally broke down, it was a situation where it felt like normally in that scenario, the Rams would have lost like 8 yards. Instead, it was 2nd and 6. He picked up 4. And that alone is exactly what we've been missing. So, also, I haven't said his new nickname, by the way, which I am aggressively pushing. So I love giving players nicknames like the Tutu Train, when Jake Funk was here, like Funky Town and stuff like that. I'm big into doing that. The Wolf, of course, Awu, but that's an easy one. Now, I don't want to take credit for that one or anything like that. But I will take credit for Bryce Perkins' new nickname, and I am aggressively pushing this. He will now be known as Percules. All right? So in Percules we trust. Percules! Percules! I want everybody doing it today. Percules. It's my favorite thing of all time. But yeah, this is Perkins being under this McVay offense. I think it's exciting, but the offensive line is such a question mark. I think they need to have B-Wags blitz more often. I think B-Wags needs to just run the defense. I just think he needs to call everything. He needs to be the one putting everybody in every position, everywhere, every play. Let's see. As a Chiefs fan myself, I don't know who's going to win. You know what? I'll take that. I will take that, man. I don't understand the mindset of being a Chiefs fan and not being confident in just like a straight up. It's a 16.5-point spread. Like that's big. That's a big spread. So that's cool though. I mean, because it is very much like in any given Sunday. This is a very much like a games aren't played on paper kind of game. I think it's going to be closer than people expect. I genuinely think that this is going to be like an under 10-point game, even if the Rams aren't able to do anything awesome. There's no way, like, there should be 2 horns. One that's like, I hate you,
I wish you would die, or maybe not that extreme, but, and then like a, hey, excuse me, could you maybe pay attention, please? That was one of those situations. I don't want to be a jerk. I don't want to honk at this person, but the light was green for like a while. Just like, hey, excuse me. Let's see here. Percocet for Prez. We're popping Parks, bro. Hercules. See, Pacheco is also playing out of his mind. Definitely not a sleepwalk game. Who is Pacheco? Is that a Chief? I don't know the Chiefs roster that well. It's AFC versus NFC, and I don't really follow AFC super tightly. Like I watch NFL, I just watch games all day. But to get like into the weeds of a team, that's definitely not an AFC knowledge base for me. NFC West teams, I've got those kind of on lock. I feel like I know a decent chunk of the NFC West teams and like kind of what they're all dealing with and stuff. But I don't know that. Definitely not a sleepwalk game, that's for sure. But that's just the NFL. The gap, like you can see in college, there's gaps of talent where a team will win 70-7, and it's like, yeah, yeah, that checks out. But in the NFL, like the parity of the NFL too, and like just the way that, I mean, the difference between the best team in the NFL and the worst team in the NFL is a lot closer than it gets credit for. Like obviously, when you're going like the best versus the worst, there's obviously a talent gap in some situations. But I would say most of the time, it's more of a coaching gap. These are all NFL players. Like you look at a college team, and how many NFL players are on any given college team? An incredible college team has like 10. That would be like unbelievable. Well, there's 53 of them on every NFL team. There's that's just how it works. But so like the talent gap is not necessarily there, and then you have your superstars, of course, people who just kind of rise above that. But they have NFL players just like we have NFL players. So it really will come down to. I mean, we have no continuity again on the offensive line, but it's going to come down to who wants it more, man. And could the Chiefs enter this game being like, well, we're just going to win because we're better than they are, or are they going to come in like, we cannot take this game lightly? This is still Sean McVay, and we gotta get it done. So I mean, there's different mindsets that they could enter this game with. Do they want to just get through healthy and just keep moving, or do they want to make sure that they win this game? So. We won't know that, and I don't know what their meetings sound like all week long. I don't know what the Rams meetings sound like all week long. Could we see a game plan on the defense that is unbelievable, and we hold the Chiefs to 3 points? Probably not, but I would say it's not impossible. It's not. That's my whole vibe of this whole week. Is like probably not, but it's not impossible. That's my whole vibe all week long. From Edwin, skipping to the bottom again. I really wish that this would stop doing that. Every time the Rams would play when we had Goff, I always knew how he was going to do. I think based on his first few plays. Yeah, I've said that a bunch. If he completed pass in the first few plays, it was going to be a good day, dude. Yeah, I've said that a billion times. Like if Jared Goff threw 3 incompletions on the first drive, we just go 3 and out real quick. You'd be like, well, this is gonna be a long day. Like he's off. Like you could tell who Goff was going to be that day right away. If like his first pass was like a 15-yarder to Woods, it was like, all right, Rams win. Let's go. So it's, it's kind of funny. And we don't have that with Perkins. Like, who knows if he starts weak, does he come in and just absolutely crush some souls in the second half? Or anything? Like, we don't know. But yeah, that's a very real assessment. 28-13. We have our first score prediction. No one has dropped that yet, so we have our first score prediction. If you nail the score prediction, you get yourself a free Ram Showcase T-shirt. I know that Mustang go faster than that, man. Dang. So we got our first score prediction. 28-13 is what Edwin says as far as his pick. I love it, man. Hey, I don't feel like it's impossible. And I said it. I was talking about it yesterday. I was like, man, if I could get 2 big upsets, all I need is 2 big upsets. I need A&M to beat LSU, and I need the Rams to beat the Chiefs. Well, I'm 50% of the way there, man. So, God, could you imagine that parlay? That would have been so sick. Oh, I should have done that. I should have put like $1 on that. It probably would have paid out like $6 million. So, Yeah, A&M beat LSU, like, kind of handily. Like, it wasn't like a last minute, like, anything. But we play LSU well. But the Rams and Chiefs, man, now if we can get this upset, now I'll be locked and loaded, man. Whoa, stop skipping me to the bottom here. All right. Being this is Perkins' first start, this is coming from Aaron. A full-fledged opportunity to prove himself under a full week of prep, knowing that. I really think he's going to come out looking great. He's always played with such confidence. I absolutely agree with you there, Aaron. Aaron, man, we are so close to being, 3 weeks from today? I'm flying into Green Bay. Boom. I'll see you out there, dude. But, yeah, I mean, it's his first real chance to do anything. And I think that we will see some stuff out of Perkins, at least whether or not he does, like, he has an incredible game or he goes off or anything like that. I think at the very, very minimum, we're going to walk away from this game being like, all right, well, he's got something though. Like, he's got something, because we've only ever really seen him in preseason and then very randomly in regular season games. So that's the vibe that I have on Bryce Perkins. Is that I don't know how much he's going to necessarily light up because he's extremely inexperienced. But we're going against a defense that is not that great. But then you got to just flip it onto our side. Like I have a missed call from the Rams this week for asking me to be left guard this week. So it's like you got that, and then we're missing our top two wide receivers. So Van Jefferson's going to be number one. Skoranek will be number two. So it's a tough position to put Perkins in, man. Yeah, he does get his first start and his first chance to show what he can do. But I mean, if he fails miserably, are we really going to look at him and be like, dude, Bryce Perkins is garbage? Like, probably not, because we're all going to – I feel like we're reasonable enough humans that we can look at this situation, and either Bryce Perkins will impress us to the point where we're like, this guy's amazing, he needs to be our guy, or he's going to play poorly, and we'll be like, well, who would do well? like who's going to come in that situation? You don't have Kupp, you don't have Allen Robinson, you don't have basically anybody on your offensive line. Like, who's going to come in there and just absolutely just blow it away? So he kind of can't lose in this game as far as, like, from an emotional standpoint. Perkins is in a good spot to just have fans on his side, I think, no matter what. And as long as the effort level's there, because that's exactly what it is for myself. As long as the effort level's there, I'm good, man. Like, just try. If we had to play like the Cardinals on that Monday night game where they didn't try to tackle George Kittle, I would be frustrated, bro. I would be frustrated at this team if I saw any Rams players pulling up on tackles and letting people score touchdowns. That I would be mad at that. I don't know if we have players like that. I don't know if we have any guys that would not play. Like keep going and keep doing, keep pushing. Like Mike Braden wants to say somebody like Taylor Rapp, but I don't know, and I don't want to put that evil on him to say that. I just don't think he's very good, and that's fine. Whatever. He's here now, so I hope he does well, but I just don't think he's ever gonna be the guy. I kind of got way off track there. Pacheco is the Chiefs' rookie running back. Okay, he is playing well. Don't sleep on the kid. I don't know what vibe I'm putting out today. And maybe I'm misinterpreting some things. I didn't know him. I don't know him. But that's not me sleeping on anybody. He's in the NFL. I'm sure he's awesome. Oh, we got another score prediction here from Aaron, coming in with 24-20 for the Rams. Ooh, I would love this score, man. I feel like it'll be a pretty tight game. I really do. I feel like it'll be tighter than people expect, at least. 16.5 point spread. Like, that is so many points. It opened at 14.5, and then we lost Stafford, like, for sure, and then it was 15.5, and then Allen Robinson goes out, and they're like, yeah, let's just go keep pushing this, So we got that going for us. But you are in, Aaron. The Rams quit. I love the Rams like everyone else, but the Chiefs are winning this game. Let's calm down on the false hope. What vibe am I putting out here? And Jerry, I don't like that comment, man. I think that's a soft comment because it's not impossible. I bet a lot of Jets fans felt that same way going into LA a couple years ago, man. I bet the same thing. This is the NFL. Like the difference between the best and the worst is it's not that much. Are we going to win this game? Probably not. All right, I'm saying that. That's what I'm saying to you. We're probably not going to win this game, but it's not impossible. And if the Rams win this game like that, no one's going to be like, what? Like it's going to be like, oh damn, Rams won. That's crazy, man. Like I don't know. False hope. Get that out of here. Philly Fun Guy coming in with a 30-27 win for the Rams. I like the confidence that everybody's got right now in this comment section outside of Jerry. No one's picked the Chiefs yet so far on my score predictions. But we're getting there. Everybody's real snug in on the Rams, though. Everybody's picking like a 3-point win. AJ coming in with a 24-26 score for the Rams. AJ, I think you need yourself a Rams Showcase t-shirt, man. I think you do. So that's it. Let's see. Put $30 on the Rams to beat the Chiefs. Dude, what is? Oh man, it's like plus like 870 or something, man. Yeah, it's a big line. I only have like a couple bucks on it, but I've also got I do a bunch of parlays. I try to hit parlays. I do every once in a while. There's no sweeter feeling. Like, and I know that like they're so rare and so like few and far between, but like there is no sicker feeling than hitting an 8-leg parlay and winning like $400 on a $2 bet. Like that is so much fun. Like that feeling, I want to chase that. A couple years down the road, like in rehab for gambling. Oh no, I'll get one again. Let's see. I know our offense can be rough, but I don't see our defense allowing Mahomes to put up 51 on us. Dude, if they put up 51 on us, that'd be a problem. But also, let's keep in mind here. First of all, like the emotions of Jerry are real. No matter how much I think that's like such a soft outlook of being like such a, like, we're not going to win this game. Like, okay, yeah, probably not. But like to be like, what do you get if you're right, Jerry? What do you get if the Rams lose this game? You get to be like, see, I told you. Yeah, dude, I obviously. Like I don't know, whatever. I feel like now I'm turning that corner, being a jerk. So I want to pull back a little bit, but it is funny to me. Just like JP said earlier, don't overlook the Chiefs. What? Oh man. But yeah, okay, that's where I was going with. So last week we had to play against Andy Dalton, put up 27 on the Rams. The week before that, we played Colt McCoy, who put up 31 on the Rams. So this whole narrative of the Rams defense being so sick, we just aren't giving up yards because our offense is giving them short fields, and when they have 50 yards to go and we have 90 every time, yeah, we're not giving up a lot of yards, but the points that we're giving up are real. Like, we are giving up points. I don't know. I'm not totally sold on being like, this defense is so sick right now. But it can be. I think we're playing too soft on that side, but that's me. I just watch. I don't have an actual impact of the game. I'm surprised when somebody, like, speeds past me, because I'm always speeding. Oh, got Edwin here says, I hope we draft Caleb Williams, quarterback of the future. Yeah, we'll see. Obviously, I think he's got 2 more years until he's going to be draft eligible. So we'll see how he develops. Obviously, he's got talent. I mean, kid's got talent, but so does Spencer Rattler. But I would be so mad if we took Rattler, dude. I think Rattler's got attitude problem. When everything's going well, he's a great, fun guy. But when the second anything goes poorly, he is the worst teammate on the planet. I'm a big character guy. That's what I like out of out of players. I like a good character. That's why I really, really just I love Cooper Kupp. Like, he's such a good dude. He's an incredible talent, but he's also such a good dude. He's so humble. He's just very, whatever. But the only thing that I'll say on the Caleb stuff is college success does not translate always. It can. It absolutely can. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I guess I'm just not being I'm not totally I'm not throwing all my stock into Caleb Williams being the next superstar quarterback. It's possible, but I'm willing to bet that there's gonna be a lot of changes on the draft board and position and how good we think everybody is by the time that Williams gets drafted. It happens after games. Games are done and played, and then the gap between games and the draft, people will fluctuate like crazy. So it's hard for me to get sold on a guy who's young like that. My overreaction prediction is AD goes off and takes out Mahomes for the game. Hercules exposes the young DBs in Kansas City. Falls by 2 scores. Dude, I like that. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Don't go. What do you do? Why don't you go? Speeding here. Don't get in front of me. I'm trying to make mistakes, all right? Let's see here. Oh, yeah, you definitely should know them, Joe. You're right. They're a good team, man. No chance we win today. Just being honest. Let's go, Rams. All right. Cool, man. Cool take. Real hot take there. Chiefs are gonna win. Whoa, bold. Should play a lottery with that kind of mindset. Andy Reid is arguably the best coach in the NFL. Overlooking them is insane, man. What the hell am I saying? Oh, man. Y'all on these streams, man. Just got a score notification. OBJ kicked off playing. He was on his way to LA. Just want to throw that out there just to unnecessarily stir up more rumors. This is right. Lane closed. I feel like I'm just being trolled now. It was a long week. Not on Thanksgiving week, guys. This is we're in the holiday. Panthers are going to beat the Broncos. A lot of people beat the Broncos. Panthers was our last win. That felt like so long ago, man. Feels like so long ago. Chiefs have the best offense in the league. Yep, that's what the numbers say. But that doesn't guarantee anything. Them having the best offense in the league doesn't guarantee. They don't start 10-0. It doesn't we don't kick off and the game is 10-0. They still got to do it. Nothing's guaranteed. Unlikely, but not guaranteed. And I guess I get it. Because obviously this is it's a big mismatch as far as the different trajectories of both of these teams. But I don't understand not seeing a way. Even 2009, I would go into every game of all right, if Steven Jackson goes off, we limit some mistakes by at the quarterback position. I would see that and be all right, we could do this though. This can happen. If Perkins today, I'll do it today. If Perkins can just kind of limit mistakes, do that same thing like he did the other week, where instead of losing yards, you're gaining 4 and just putting yourself in 3rd and 2, so that, keeping the ball moving. And then this defense, who is playing well, if we can get some pressure onto Mahomes, we force him into a mistake or two. Maybe this is the week that we flip the coin on turnovers a little bit on defense. I don't understand how people are saying nope, not possible. That part is, I guess, what's tripping me up. There is a way that the Rams win this game. That's obviously a possibility. So for people to come in and be nope, all right, I guess. I don't know what to do with that. I've never entered a game being like, we're not doing it. It's not possible. Like, I've just never entered a game with that mindset. So I guess I just don't get it. I can't relate to it. I can't relate to that emotion. All right. Big Chiefs bar. And all the other Rams fans are not going to be here, I think. Where are you going? That's a big old loop. We're just going to sell it right here. This food truck's closed today. What the heck, man? All right. Now I can pay more attention to some comments here. All right, let's see. To be fair, I understand why you'd overlook last year's Chiefs, but this year they're put. Am I misunderstanding what you're saying? I feel like I'm not understanding what you're saying. Because to say that I'm overlooking the Chiefs is not true. Let's figure this out, JP. All right, let's figure this out. Let's get on the same page here, because I don't think we are. I'm not overlooking anybody, but to say that it's not possible, I think is absurd. All right, dude's strolling. That makes sense. It's got to be that. It's got to be that. JP, come on down to Kelly's, man. I'll get you a beer. You know what I look like? It's this. Let's see. Dude, what? Have you been saying what I'm saying in a different way and then arguing with me about it, JP? That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's like, bruh. Oh, man. This is the most ridiculous conversation that I've ever had on one of my streams, by the way, JP. Just so you know. No ill will, by the way. Like, I'm not, like, mad at you or anything. Like, you're good. Come on down to Kelly's, though, man. I'll get you a beer. Johnny G. Let's see. That name threw me off there for a second. It's got, like, that name has, like, ties locally with, like, radio stuff, so probably not the same guy. They're playing good because everybody thought that they would be playing bad when they lost to. I don't know if it's the reason, but, I mean, they're a good team. Like, they have a good quarterback. They have a good coach. They have a good roster. Like, Tyreek Hill is good, but he's not – he wasn't the reason for everything, you know? I don't see. We are arguing the same thing, man. Except for we get another comment coming in here now says this is going to be ugly. We'll see, maybe. No, I'm not at the game. I'm in Colorado, dude. I'll be at the game in Green Bay, though. I do have full intentions of doing a live stream from there, by the way. It sometimes doesn't happen. I will say that. Sometimes when I get there and sometimes it just gets too chaotic and there's too many things going on. And I'm trying to chat with people. Or I'm trying to be like a human being with people around me. So sometimes doing live streams from the game are very difficult. Also, signal is a big problem at games. When you get that many people together, sometimes the signal doesn't come through. Like that's what I was going to do at SoFi last year in December. I was going to go live, but I just couldn't get any service. So we didn't. Let's see. We got another score prediction coming in from Jimmy that says 27-14 for the Rams. Not a single person has picked the Chiefs. Not a complaint. I'm just pointing it out. So we got all these score predictions. Am I going live for what, Easton? What are you asking for? I'm not showing the game or anything like that. If you would like a watch party, that is an option. But first and foremost, I am a Rams fan, and I will treat the game as such, and I will watch, and I will not talk to people. I will stand the entire time. I will drink a mini pitcher of Fat Tire, and if depending on how halftime is, I will get another. And I will not be interacting. Like I'm not on my phone during the game. Yeah, I don't get on my phone for the game because I'm just watching. I'm too zoned in. But if you like, that was my point. If you would like to find a spot for a watch party, Payo time, Payo time. He does watch parties on his channel. They're great. He does an awesome job. He's super energetic. He's a great dude. So like, he's not like a jerk or anything like that. He's not going to just sit there and like talk trash to anybody. Like, good dude, funny dude, and a good stream. That's a good spot to watch a live stream while the game is on. Is the reason Patrick and him was elite. Patrick was throw bombs him down the field. Hill was the reason they won against the Bills last year at last. Yeah, I'm not saying he's a bad player. I'm not saying that he didn't have an impact, but to say that like people thought that the Chiefs were just going to be a bad team because Tyreek Hill left, that's just people not paying close enough attention. That roster is still good. When's the last time you shaved your mustache? It's been too long. I'll say that much. I have no idea. I just kind of trim up every once in a while. Shoop, shoop. But I've got like the hairs now all crazy. So yeah. Too long though. 40-14 for the Chiefs. That's quite the score prediction. It's definitely possible. That is a possibility. All of these are possible because right now it's 0-0. Right now it's 0-0. Let's go Perk. Hercules. What do you think the Rams' record will be? By the end of the year, I think that we can string together a few. I mean, we get some easier games. Something tells me we're going to beat the Chargers. I feel like we can beat the Broncos. I think we beat the Raiders. So that's 3 more dubs right there, which puts us at 6. So I think that we can, at the very least, split with Seattle. So that would put us at 7. Probably win a game or 2 that we shouldn't. Maybe 1, maybe 2. I don't know. As far as like a game that we shouldn't win, because that happens every year. Everybody's going to win games they shouldn't win. Everybody's going to lose games they shouldn't lose. Like the Rams and Jets a couple of years ago, we went into that game. There was no reason the Rams were going to lose that game. I think we were like 13.5-point favorites, and then the Jets just come in and win. So I would say that the Rams probably end about 7-10. Is what I'm going to go ahead and guess. Oh, am I missing? Let's see here. Oh, that was not the same person. So Easton's going to come in with a 30-21 score prediction for the Chiefs. Jimmy, you got to give one more game, man. One more game. You said 7-9. I keep that in my head too, and like my brain always goes to just to 16, but we have extras now. Do we have a second round pick this year? I have no idea. We'll worry about off season when it's off season. At least from my perspective. If you want to go find other content that talks about the off season in season, then I'm sure there's places for that. But we'll talk about the off season when we get there. I'm excited to see Lance play. Yes, absolutely, dude. I can't wait to see what he can do since he had a good preseason. Yeah, I mean, my expectations are decently low. Not to like be like a jerk to him or anything like that. He's a good dude. He's a good player. But a preseason explosions, I'm always going to give some hesitation on preseason explosions. When somebody comes in and they're awesome in the preseason, then like that doesn't tell us much. Just like the college thing, like you can be awesome in college, that doesn't mean you're going to be awesome in the NFL. But you still got to do it. So go Los Angeles Rams, LOL. Rams Brothers Podcast. Those are great dudes. Yeah, they have an entertaining show. I don't watch too many others, simply because I don't want to like accidentally steal any ideas or even on purpose steal ideas. So I just kind of keep it to myself. But all right, y'all, I'm going to get this out of here. My phone is starting to heat up and it could shut off at any time. We'll get this last score prediction in. Evan, 42-31 for the LA Rams. As we do, of course, take on the buzzsaw that is the Kansas City Chiefs. So hopefully we get some cool stuff today. Hopefully we see some good plays. Hopefully we see something out of guys like Perkins, Lance McCutcheon, maybe Cam Akers does a little bit more today. And we need a big day from our superstars on defense. We need Aaron Donald, Bobby Wagner, Jalen Ramsey. We need good days from these guys. So Hey, let's just go have a good time and watch the Chiefs and the Rams. Hopefully, we just beat them up, Braves.